Hey guys, welcome to my June plan with me. So my June theme is Skyrim. I'm super excited for the setup. All the designs this month were inspired by the game. Some might be exact while others are designed by me but are inspired by Skyrim. Any supplies that I use will appear on the screen, so look out for those. Now finally, let's get into it. Of course, the opening page had to have the logo. For the border, I copied a design directly from the game. For my month marker, I used a compass and a location pointer and wrote 6 on the inside. To write out June, I used a font from Skyrim and colored it in to give it a weathered look. Underneath, I wrote June using the dragon language by finding which symbols signify which letters. The font for the letters of the week is supposed to resemble the basic font used in the majority of the game. I gave it a little drop shadow just to add some depth. Moving on is my monthly. I really like the divided monthly I did in May, so I use it again for this month. I divided the page into 4 and drew a road sign from the game to show which quarter will be used for which category. I used the same font that's used on the road signs in Skyrim. I added a few details such as scratches on the signs and posts, some rocks, and a little bit of grass. I was very excited to create this next spread. I wanted to have a place where I can keep track of what exercise I do each day. The font I use to title my spreads is another common font taken from the game. I really like this broken line style, so I used that in a few different spreads this month, including this one. On the right side, I left a big box for notes where I plan to write down any YouTube workouts I liked, routines I did, biking or walking routes that I went on, or anything else like that. I also included objectives, quests one might say, instead of goals. I made them achievable but challenging to make sure I push myself this month. Next up are my budget and savings spreads. I'm making some big financial decisions at this point in my life, so it's important to be aware of my money. I divided the budget into debts and balances. In the top boxes, I'm going to write my starting debts or balances, and in the boxes below, I'm going to write the ones at the end of June. The idea is that my debts decrease by the end of the month while my balances increase. I created a space for my monthly bills such as Spotify or my credit card minimum payment. And lastly, I decided to include a place to write down any income I make so I can break down where it will go. Since I had space left on the bottom, I drew a chest from the game. It was very fun to draw this, and I loved the little details on it. In the middle of May, I thought of a fun way to save up money and really wanted to include it again. Every day I roll 2 dice and save up the corresponding amount. The way I decided how much each roll signifies is by calculating how much I think would be a little too much to save and how much would be kind of disappointing to save every month. Then I divided that low and high amount by the number of days in the month and assigned each dice roll a corresponding amount of money. What I learned from May is that the median amounts come up the most on the dice. I wrote down how much the lowest roll, the median roll, and the highest roll every day would make me save. So for example, if I rolled a 2 every single day, I would save however much I wrote in the minimum. If I get doubles, I double the amount of money put away that day. The system helps me a lot because it makes me check my bank account every day. It's a fun way to save money, and it's exciting to find out the total at the end of the month. I drew a little coin pouch from the game and left a space to write down the final total. My habit tracker this month is definitely confusing, but I think it will work. The inspiration is the perks constellations from when you level up in the game. There are 5, I don't really know what to call them, threads, each with 30 stars. I thought that dating them would make the spread too crowded, so every day I'll just count out what day I'm on. I'm definitely not looking forward to that, but It's okay. Hopefully I follow my habits every day so that I don't have to count every single day. On the right side of the spread, I have my sleep, steps, and mental health tracker. This was inspired by the Magica health and stamina bars from the game. The sleep is in terms of hours, of course. The steps are in terms of 1,000, and I'm still not sure how to track mental health on a numerical scale, but I'll figure it out. Drawing out all these boxes and edges was hell, and I don't think it was worth it, but when I commit, I commit. I'm taking a summer course this month, so I really wanted to have a spread for it. Especially since it is an online class and will move very quickly, I wanted to be sure I have a reliable place to keep track of all my assignments. I used the font that's found in Skyrim books and drew a border to resemble a book. I think that June is going to be a chaotic month for me because I'm supposed to go back to work and also go to class 4 times a week while trying to stay fit and under my calorie budget. So that's a long-winded way of saying I decided to include a timetable. Instead of naming the days the regular boring way, I used the terms for the days of the week that are used in Skyrim. Of course, this wouldn't be a complete setup without a quote page. On the left, I copied a quote from the game that I thought was funny. I colored the letters in white to make them pop just a little bit more and then outlined them in black. I drew the head of a Skyrim dragon on the right and kept it in the same sketchy and inky style that I used for the chest and coin pouch before. Finally, that completes my June setup. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and it's the perfect theme for this month because my boyfriend's birthday is in June, and he's the one who introduced me to Skyrim. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!